big reason why we're here tonight is the announcement of next year's tour. How is it to pull all this together each year, put everybody in a bus and run around the country?
Literally running around the world with Nitro Circus. It's so much fun though. It's funny when we had our daughter Addie and my wife, and everyone's like, why would you take a newborn around the country? I said, because it's family. It's all our best friends. It's all our best family. We've got there's awesome catering, and we got good physio, and we get to work out, and I get to be with my wife the whole time, and all our best friends and everybody. The energy on tour is absolutely amazing. The guys, they push, doesn't matter what your sport is, they push every single night, and what's cool because we can make our jumps taller, steeper, more padded, safer. So it's like the final run of X Games from the very beginning of our the shows.
How was it pulling everything from Australia, all the infrastructure, and then running it here? I mean, it's something you guys have done for quite a while over there, but getting liability and venues and stuff in the U.S. has got to be a task.
Really interesting because everybody said the Krusty Tour and everyone, they're like, look, it does great overseas, and New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, yeah, you guys will crush it over there, but you come to the States and it's not going to work. And last year we sold out, I think, all but 2 venues, and they were, just a couple seats left. So to do well in the States for us was really cool. And the crowds were, even in Anaheim, where I figured, oh man, they've seen everything before, they were on their feet all night. And it feels good to have a show where it really is the best of the best, and everybody does stuff every night that people just haven't seen before because it's never been done before.
To pull the show together like you guys did on MTV, also, like, for guys that didn't get to go see it in person, now we get to see it live, we're like, oh fuck, like, yeah, we have to go see it live the next time. How's it been to work with the production crew there?
Production crew's been cool, and it's awesome because the production allows us to keep a lot of my friends on, like Crumb, Aaron Savage, Street Bike Tommy, even guys like Dusty Weigel that do really good on the show with the contraptions, have a complete place over, like even Jolene, she crushed in the show, but she's still, mainly on, I'd say, for the TV aspect. And it just allows us to have so much fun because there's not a lot of downtime, but every day that we're down, we're filming some of the TV show. We're base jumping. We're we're driving V8 supercars in Australia. Or we're whatever, go-karting. It's so cool because we get to do all this fun stuff that's just out of the ordinary. We camel race when we were in in Perth, and the TV, I guess, budget, if you will, allows us to have fun on our days off. And for us, it's like this one big happy family, and it's pretty wild that it all kind of comes together.
So you've been everywhere. I hear tomorrow you have Sports Center you have to do. You were on Ridiculousness a few weeks ago as well. How is it to be, ESPN, the body issue? I mean, you're as popular as ever, and you haven't really raced or competed in much. How is that?
No, for sure. It's really funny because everyone's like, well, you're not really a motocross racer. I'm like, well, that was always where my heart was, where my passion was, and it's funny that I've done better at the stuff that was kind of on the side. Freestyle, I practiced freestyle 2 weeks out of the year, the first couple X Games, and was able to do well, and that's what people knew me as. And then, when I got hurt a lot in motocross, I went to car racing. We won 4 championships over there, and like this year, jumped into a trophy truck and got 4th at the Mint 400 in my first ever trophy truck race, and then took a 4th overall in the U.S. Rally Championship this year after missing the first round. So it's been cool. We've been able to do a lot of really fun stuff. We had a monster truck for a while, ended up 5th in the World Championship for freestyle. So, I definitely haven't been the best at much, but we've been good enough with very limited practice to always put on a good show. And I think that's why I have a good home at Nitro, and with the TV stuff, because if one thing that I do well, one thing that my friends do well, and that's entertain the hell out of people and put on a good show. So it's fun being a part of this.
How's fatherhood been?
Fatherhood is absolutely awesome, and I'm just so fortunate to have such an amazing wife in Lindsay that she was always traveling with me everywhere, and they still come to most of the places, but now she's pregnant again, so she's home. She misses this announcement, the On a Sunday premieres. There's also tonight, and I'll fly home. It'll only be 2 days gone, but the rally race last weekend, she was like, look, it's snowing up there, and that doesn't look like a lot of fun. So it's been tough here, and I can't wait to get back on tour where I get to spend a lot more time with my girls.
How's the On Any Sunday part? A lot of people can't wait to see the movie, and
Dude,
it should be awesome.
On a Sunday, we got a little pre-trailer up here. Unfortunately, we're going to miss like the first probably quarter of the movie. Just doing this announcement down here, but it's good because all the Nitro guys will be going up there and watching the end of it in the theater. But it was such a cool documentary on motorcycles. And when I first saw it, I was like, it doesn't have a lot of racing, but I was like, it opened my eyes up to exactly what the original On a Sunday did for my dad, who didn't know about motocross, didn't know about racing, and it's really what got him into racing, and in turn, it's what got me into racing motorcycles. So I think this is another chapter, the next chapter of On a Sunday, just to show people how motorcycles affect the world, and it's pretty cool. It's a very eye-opening film.
From as young as you were, when you were, getting signed by Roger to Factory Suzuki, is this everything that you've done in the last few years? Did you ever believe that you would do it? Did you ever think that this would happen, or has it all just kind of been like this great experience that just kind of happened?
It's really funny when you go back to, we were racing at Loretta Lynn's on amateur nationals, and my mom's like, look, we need to get a motorhome. We need to, if we're going to do this, let's try to do it seriously. And my dad's like, making $40,000 a year as a construction worker and going, we can't afford this. We can't do this. And my dad said, look, son, and to me, he's like, you're going to end up working construction with us, and you'll probably be in the military like the rest of your family was. But as long as you work hard, we'll keep supporting you as much as we can with the whole family. And my mom allowed me to do homeschool when she thought so much of getting an education in an actual in school. As long as I kept my grades up and worked hard, they supported me, and just been waiting for this dream to end. And when I was 10, this is exactly what I thought I was going to be doing. But I just always had thought that it's going to end like with the motocross racing. Basically 2002, 2003, I'm not even 20 years old, and my career was pretty much done. I had so many injuries, I couldn't train as hard as I needed to train without my knees blowing out and my shoulders popping out, and started racing cars just for fun, and that took off to be something. In the X Games, I mean, who knew that was gonna blow up? And then with Nitro Circus, it was just friends and I filming stuff, and now we get to travel the world, and the guys are making a decent living to have fun and to be with their family. So it's pretty sweet. And no, I didn't really expect that this would continue to go on, as my dad made it really clear that I would probably end up working construction as soon as I was done high school. But it's I'm still waiting for the train to end, and I'm gonna ride it until the wheels come off.